Sugarmoon. How you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are all having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world, and I hope that you guys are taking care of your energy as such. Right now, currently, I'm just jumping in to start giving a little bit of energy insights, energy updates since the last time. I've been really getting a lot of downloads lately, especially at a more faster pace than usual. Usually, I like to space out my videos and everything like that because of just allowing for people to process the message beforehand, and myself included. But also it's like now manifestation feels like it's getting a lot faster, a lot quicker, and I feel like things are starting to speed up just a lot more lately, and I don't know why, but it just is. So I'm just kind of like rolling with the tides basically. So I'm gonna go ahead, it's not that much to go over from last time, because last time I pretty much, if you guys haven't seen my previous reading, it will be listed in the box below, as well as my Instagram as well, because I'm active on there as well, etc. But other than that, everything's gonna be listed below as such. So I've been getting a lot into journaling and just writing out certain poetry or just certain things, certain messages that come to mind. And it's random, right? But it kind of ties into everything that I've been speaking about within previous videos. So it's been catching my attention quite often. By the way, since today is June 25th, today is also my father's birthday, so shout out to my father, woohoo, and shout out to Cancer babies, okay? So also it is my uncle's birthday as well, because they also have the exact same birthday, so shout out to him as well. So other than that, it feels like there's a lot of divine masculine energy is coming to the mix. I did make mention of divine masculine energy saying hi, or just kind of divine masculine ascended masters are coming through heavily right now for the collective in order to help us within this journey, okay? So it's a really great sign. Okay, so I'm going to be looking down at my little notebook right here that I write down for my synchronicity list. But right here is, I did make mention of Mars, which is going to be in Pisces. They are moving into the sign of Aries, the house of Aries, tomorrow. So that is a big deal, okay? Because what that means is that we're going to be going into that burning stage. I made mention of, we were kind of going through that lotus underwater type of phase. But now we're definitely about to burst out the surface and kind of go kaboosh, like a volcano, you know, that type of thing. Along with, I think there's a conjunct thing going on between two planets. I believe it's either between Jupiter or Pluto, or something to do with Pluto. But other than that, it's just, again, it's all the retrograde season, and it's just kind of cray cray. So my heart and compassion goes out to anybody who's suffering right now, who's going through some big major life changes, because we did get a lot of information about the Divine Feminine Collective last time, that they're going to be going through a lot of purge moments, tower moments, as well as release moments, okay? And that's nothing to fear, right? Nothing to fear, be afraid of. It's great to accept change, for that matter, but just accepting for what it is. So I did write down again, numerology to pay attention to is 1111, 808, 818, 911, 909, 222, 333, 444, and 616. Go ahead and watch my previous videos to know a little bit more about those numbers and what those mean as far as angel numbers go, or if you feel guided to, look up those numbers for yourself. Spirit is saying I will not go through them individually like how I usually do. I'm going to skip now to the symbolism. I'm getting a lot of piano and guitar synchronicities as well, so a lot of instruments, and by that matter. And it's so funny because I was feeling guided to, I did make mention of me wanting to play guitar, and that's something that's on my bucket list for sure. But one thing that I feel like that's going to be happening a lot sooner than I think. Like I said, manifestation's happening at a more faster pace now, so it's just wow, okay. So it's important to really stay present as much as possible, but also while learning from your past experiences and applying it to the future, that type of thing. So, but particular piano synchronicities, and especially when it comes to the songs and poems and stuff like that, I feel like the counterparts, especially between the twin flames, are definitely writing love notes to each other, whether it's in the physical, or if it's in 5D, or if that resonates to you within a past life, because I know lovers used to send letters between each other within the mail, snail mail mode, and I also used to send forget-me-not flowers within the mail as well. So that kind of makes me think of just it's a heavy romance, because I did make mention forget-me-nots is a Greek term, a Greek flower back in the day, where they would use as a form of true love, like a true love type of flower. So I'm getting forget-me-nots coming through right now. As well as lily flowers, they mentioned again. Lilies represent the symbol of death. So like Scorpio, which is that transformation that I did mention Pluto. But then it also represents reconciliation. So I feel like it means reconciliation with the past, as well as reconciliation with possibly people, places, or things in our life, okay? One thing that I've been receiving a lot, and it's random, and I know a lot of people like to think of this as an omen, but I don't like to think of it as an omen whatsoever. But I've been receiving a lot of birds that are hitting the window lately, and they've been doing this randomly, and I'm just like, Now normally a lot of people would think that it's like a negative omen because of a bird's hitting the window, like that's not something to be seen as like great sign or whatever. But I'm also seeing that it's like significant for, by the way, people are doing they're mowing their lawn, because every time I do a video, there's always somebody, like something that's distracted, and there's a lot of karmic that's symbolic within itself. There's a lot of distractions going on around us, but it's important to pay attention, okay? So, all right, I'm gonna disregard that, but basically, I'm getting to research a little bit more into that as far as birds hitting the window, because that has been a new synchronicity for me now, and I feel like there's something coming. I think that kind of ties into the tower moment and the transformation moment, like, but it's nothing to fear, because tower moments can be both good or bad, just depends on your perspective, okay? Tower moments can be like life transformational, like you can be one way like one day and then hit the lotto the next day, and then that's a tower moment, you know what I mean? So there's like positive and negatives to like everything in a way, if you consider it that, but there's nothing to fear. As well as I've been getting a lot of Turtle Island synchronicities, so I've been receiving a lot of turtle synchronicities for sure, and that represents needing to go slow and to enjoy the turtle spirit, to be more present, to take your time, to not rush into things without thinking, especially when we're going to be going, like I said, Mars into Aries energy. So it's going to prompt you to make you go like faster, at fast pace and everything like that. Like all these planets and, you know, retrogrades and everything is going to make you feel like you have to go quicker. Like I said, the manifestation process. But Spirit is saying learn to ground yourself like the turtle spirit. Learn to take your time and don't feel like you have to rush just because everything else is rushing all around you, okay? So ground yourself, gather stability and focus is what Spirit is saying, so for sure. But Turtle Island also refers to this place before it turned into like the civilization that we have now, before you know, the conquistadors and everything like that, people that came over, you know the drill. But it was referred to as Turtle Island because this place in particular, especially within the Americas, like the northern and southern like hemisphere, it was known for having a lot of turtles being bred, a lot of for them to come and bury their eggs and have babies on our beaches and stuff like that. So once people started moving in, like humans started moving in, then it kind of pushed the animals out. So I don't know, I guess that's symbolic a little bit more about what's going on in the world, but it is also tying into some ancestral karma. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards just for a little bit, just to see what's going on. I'm only going to pull just a little bit. This will be like a, I'm going to ask Spirit to be kind of short, okay? This time, let's see. I'm going to use the mermaid. I'm guided to use the mermaid deck this time. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then the energy oracle. And then love messages. Okay. This is for starseeds. This is a general reading as well as empaths, light workers, twin flames, soulmates, higher dimensional soulmates, whatever it may be, whatever resonates for you. Whoever it's come across, just know that it will not resonate for everybody, as it is general. So take what does and leave the rest, okay? And try not to make anything fit. When I say divine masculine, divine feminine, I'm only referring to energy. I'm not referring to gender. So again, if I do mention and accidentally say he or she or kind of refer to that, I could possibly be pulling someone specific, or that is just my mistake because I'm ignorant at times and I'm learning just as much as others, and I'm trying to, you know, be as inclusive as possible, because twins come in many different forms. They come in interracial type of relationships, they come in same-sex types of unions, as well as like age gaps. There's many different things that kind of tie into the twin flame journey that kind of makes it unique, you know, so whatever fits, okay? Sometimes it can be quite controversial, for sure. But one thing as well that I'm going to say is that when I mention astrology signs, doesn't mean I'm referring to just you're pulling from your chart. It could resonate within your chart, but I just overall the energy that I'm pulling. So, okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this Mermaid Tarot Lisa by Lisa Robertson. So this right here. I love this. I love mermaids. I also have, I know I have past life ties to Atlantis as well, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of gaining that, having a little bit more of a, like I keep mentioning past life regression work because of the Akashic records are being broken into, not broken into, broken into. If people are broken into Akashic records, that's pretty bad, but I don't think anybody can break into it. Not everybody has access to the Akashic records, okay? However, there's people who have more of an easier time getting access to it, so it just takes time and a lot of time to go within, so it kind of ties into that hermit mode in meditation. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and ask Divine Masculine, what's going on with the twin flame dreams? I'm going to say Divine Masculine. Let's do it with you. What's going on with Divine Masculine? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry guys, that actually really scared me. That came out a lot faster than I thought it was gonna. Okay, so the first to come out is the Two of Wands. Oh, remember when I was referring to a volcano? Something's smoking out the surface. Remember, they're coming out the surface right here. Remember when I said that they were underwater and they're going through that Pisces moment and they're coming out the surface and they're about to like go like poof, like a volcano? Well, there it is. It's definitely smoking. And look, that's the Divine Masculine coming out the water right now. So I feel like they're definitely coming out of their transformation stage, out of their cocoon, basically. So that's a good sign. All right. Ooh, Nine of Wands. Remember the volcano exploding, guys? This is exactly what I was saying in the vision. Like, it's smoking right now. Look, they're coming out. And look, now they're going through that burning stage. So this is them in Pisces, and then they're moving to Aries. So this is that Aries stage. Now this is the Nine of Wands. Typically that's depicted as someone carrying a lot of burdens, like needing to let go of some burdens and stuff like that. You know, so I feel possibly, yes, they are dealing with karmic people, places, or things right now that they're needing to let go of, whether it be a mindset, whether it be an addiction, whether it be like a person or a job or a thing, or just, it doesn't matter. Now, it kind of gets more trickier when you are dealing with karmic family members, as well as like people who are like kind of like blood related, but we got to remember that we kind of have to get rid of the old notion that if you are dealing with any toxic people within the family, okay, because I can relate to this as well, that, you know, you can definitely love them from afar and everything like that, but it's important to create boundaries as you would with someone else, right? Vice versa with family. I feel like I'm pulling this for somebody, like, if you're dealing with, like, aspects within the family, like toxic family dynamics and stuff like that, it's important to, like, remove yourself both physically and mentally and spiritually, but if you cannot, due to financial reasons or whatnot, or just due to any other reason, whatever it may be, just know that you can set up certain boundaries for yourself, for those people, places, or things, you know, because, you know, just because someone is family doesn't mean that they're warranted to take your energy and to take advantage of you and to disrespect you, you know. You're a person, you're your own person as well, okay, and you have your own feelings and your own opinions and your own beliefs, and that should be treated with respect as such. And if no one is respecting you of that manner, whether it be a family member, whether it be a friend, whether it be like a job, it doesn't matter, coworker, then starting to create those boundaries is quite necessary and important, or to release and let go of that burden, okay? Four of Swords, yes, they are going through that moment where they are going through that iced moment. So I'm feeling like this is more so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Also, I'm saying that they're connecting with a lot of animals. So I see that they have a lot of spirit animals surrounding them, like bears. I'm also seeing wolves, foxes. I'm also seeing bunny rabbits as well. Okay, but this means for me is like going within, taking time out to rest. So they're getting a lot of like R&R, rest and rejuvenation is what I'm feeling, and the need for that, like especially after this explosion moment. Yes, definitely for sure. But I feel like this is also going to help melt that heart chakra. So say for instance, if they were quite cold or callous in a way beforehand, this volcanic moment is definitely going to melt this away. So I feel like the heart chakra is definitely melting for sure is what I'm pulling. Okay, so let me pull for the Divine Feminine. Also, they could be experiencing some depression. I'm feeling depression energy, like someone having low bouts of energy as well as low motivation. So if you are dealing with that, Divine Masculines, I am so sorry that you are. But first and foremost, you guys definitely do need rest. If you guys are overworked somehow, definitely to take a step back and to get into that turtle mode that I was referring to. But if not, then definitely starting to like do smaller things to help with your self-care routine. Creating a self-care routine is the best step. I know how hard it is, especially when you're going through that moment where you feel like complete like death. It's basically what I'm feeling like death, completely exhausted and tired and everything. But just know that if you are, go ahead and rest and listen to your body, okay? If not, if you feel like you can't get up and you feel like you need to move around more, now would be the time to start taking walks, possibly stretching, doing some stretches or something like that, like getting into yoga. You know, that would be beneficial for you guys, okay? If you guys haven't tried that before. Oh, you guys are definitely mirroring each other. Divine Feminine is going through the 9 of Swords. So definitely Divine Feminine is experiencing some form of insomnia, possibly sleepless nights, toss and turns. That can also contribute, this can also contribute to the Kundalini awakening, because mind you, the symptoms of that can be kind of presented what I'm talking about. But I'm seeing that they could be experiencing some anxiety. So yes, the Divine Feminines are experiencing anxiety, whereas the Divine Masculines are experiencing some depression. So you guys are definitely like experiencing different forms of like this lower vibrational energies, but mind you, it is an illusion, okay? So keep that in mind, because Neptune is in retrograde, so that is all about the illusion, about fucking with the mind, basically. So do not fall for those illusions, because it's all, you know. Okay, so yes, 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. I mean, it's not something to laugh at, but like you guys are definitely going through the exact same thing. This is the Divine Feminine, this is Divine Masculine. You see, you guys are carrying burdens as well. Also, 9 of Wands can symbolize someone being like defensive or holding like defending something in a way. So they possibly could be defending this connection as well, or they could be like formulating, strategizing some type of plan, or like planning something, getting something ready in a way. I feel like, because it shows right here that he's planting something like into the ground, which are these orbs of light. I'm seeing that, which is really interesting because they remind me of the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. Okay, but yes, you guys are definitely mirroring one another. Divine Feminine is definitely feeling like he or she is being burdened right now by whether that be anxiety, overthinking you guys yourself to death. Spirit is telling Divine Feminine it's time to release that anxiety and that overthinking and jumping to conclusions and stuff like that, because that is only an illusion within yourself. So say for instance, like you guys are like getting triggered over certain things that are possibly not even really happening in the physical. It's just something that's in your mind currently, but it's important to use discernment to figure out what is real and what is not, because Neptune is going to definitely make some mirages and fuck with that illusion energy and make you question on whether this is real or not. So you're really going to have to go within and figure that out yourself, but that requires for you to again put down the burdens, to again stop, maybe get into meditation, go get some rest is what Spirit is saying, kind of like the Divine Masculines are doing. So right here we have the 5 of Wands. Yes, so yeah, there's a lot of like conflict energy that's going on as well, but I also see this as Divine Feminine Collective are definitely teaming up with one another. Like I feel like this is more of a collaboration, like those getting together like with one another. I'm not seeing this as like the negative connotation of people like being like having like conflict and stuff like that. You could possibly are dealing with that within, like, again, because that's probably why I was mentioning family dynamics, like toxic family dynamics as well, or friendships, doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you need to let go, that is weighing you down, weighing your heart down, and is not making you feel free whatsoever, you know, which is the illusion of being trapped or being a victim, and this goes for both of the counterparts. So that's good, because when I see the Divine Masculines coming out the water, it means that they already received the trident, which means that they got the key. So they retrieved a key. So right now they have a key to a certain like lock right now, and I feel like you guys were doing the same exact thing to Divine Feminines, but you guys are definitely, your intuition is starting to be tested for real. Okay, this is for the Divine Masculines. Again, the Sun card. Oh my gosh, came out like beforehand. Okay, so the Sun card basically saying that it's, again, I'm getting a lot of Leo energy as well, but they're definitely healing. And if you guys feel like you need to go out and you're getting sun within your area, wherever you may be, go ahead and go outside and go into like that meditation grounding mode and receive some of that sun energy that's going to help heal you as well. But I'm also seeing that they're going through rejuvenation. They're also getting some clarity, forming some clarity, and kind of coming out of that dark tunnel right now. So again, they're popping through the surface and going towards the light is what I'm seeing. But they're also knowing that they're being balanced between their shadow and light side as well, so there's nothing to fear. Ooh, a woman holding a heart, number 44. So again, they are surrounded by angelic, higher dimensional beings as well. But they also, again, I remember when I said that their heart is actually melting. So it's perfect that this is coming out as well. Also, they see the divine feminine as their heart as well. They see you as this beautiful woman that's holding their heart. You also have the key to their heart is what they're saying. That is so cute. So divine feminine, you guys are the key that they're actually going to retrieve. So that is actually very symbolic as well. Okay. Yeah, wow. Okay, Archangel Uriel, 7th chakra, is just going to stay coming out. So I love this. Again, the crown chakra, they are definitely, their crown chakra is being activated at this time for sure. This is what I'm talking about, the blooming of the surface, kind of like the volcano. I'm seeing that lotus flower coming out the crown chakra basically. So they're about to literally pop through the surface and about to give birth to something brand new. Okay, a brand new beginning is what I'm seeing. And it's very positive, okay? Very healing energy. Again, and also she's holding the book, so you guys are definitely going into the Akashic records once more. So they're definitely getting access to higher knowledge as well as esoteric knowledge, etc. So definitely going through that spiritual awakening for sure. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh, I love that this came out. So I just said, yes, they are definitely getting some rest and rejuvenation. They're going within. They're meditating. They're definitely getting some crown chakra, third eye, as well as throat chakra activations as well. So they could possibly be meditating. So divine feminines, if you're a divine masculine, just, you know, is going through that mode where there's just no contact or anything like that, you're not receiving any of that, just know that they're taking the time out to go within and to assess what they need to do within their life, as well as the people, places, and things that they need to learn to let go. Okay, so they're definitely meditating, just going within, and that's really great because that's exactly what Spirit wants for this to happen. Okay, so they're definitely transforming. Oh, and they're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender again, where you go into the avatar states. They're definitely connecting with their higher self for sure, and their guides and angels, okay? So this is for the divine feminine, pulling for the divine feminine. Ooh, I see a card pop out, okay. Oh, wow, that was actually my fault for sure. One more, please. One more for divine feminines. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. So the first to come out is attachment. Again, remember when I was talking about a whisker away when they're removing the mask? And the reason why I cosplayed yesterday was to show an example of a character, basically, especially the cat character. I'm receiving a lot of cat synchronicities, and it's all about that mask, removal of the mask. So divine feminines are definitely learning to remove their masks as well, because they're getting more in touch with their emotions and stuff like that. So it's important that, like, sometimes listening to our thoughts too much can really run us rampant. So it's important to listen to the heart more, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, so again, a letting go of codependency as well to people, places, and things. So whether it be to your counterpart, divine masculine, or whether it be for like to a certain job or to a certain mindset, like this anxiety for sure, like being attached to the past or like worrying too much about the future, is what Spirit is saying. Let go of that, of the control, and just let things flow. Release control right now, because you are kind of blocking your manifestations when you are worrying too much about what, when, how, why, how it's going to come in. So Spirit is saying to release that, all expectations right now at this current point in time, and to allow for things to flow in naturally. Okay, so one thing that came out is anxiety. Oh my gosh, yes. The Nine of Swords. So you guys are definitely staying up at night, possibly having nightmares, tossing and turning. I'm also feeling a lot of sweating energy, possibly sweating within your sleep as well, possibly sleep paralysis. I'm feeling, which is, I'm so sorry if you're going through that, but Spirit's saying definitely like get some lavender, like use some lavender herbs to help sleep with that, like whether you're burning it or using it as an aromatherapy, or go and get some like an amethyst to help sleep underneath your pillow. That will help as well. But again, releasing that, as like releasing what was going to happen next, about worrying about your counterpart, worrying about the divine masculine too much, okay? Letting you know that they are going within, they're taking time out to heal themselves. So Spirit is saying take the time out now to heal yourself as well, divine feminine. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So yes, again, the Akashic records. You guys are definitely mirroring one another and accessing that and going through that avatar state, being connected with your higher self. Now is the time to really ground, okay, and to access those higher knowledges, those higher realms. All right, so okay, I'm also hearing a ring in my left ear. 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. So yes, oh my goodness, this goes with the heart chakra activation. So Archangel Raphael definitely helps with the heart chakra. So I love this, that this is coming out right here. So yes, a lot of angelic beings. You guys are surrounded by angelic beings right now, helping divine masculine, divine feminine ascended masters, helping behind the scenes right now with both of you. So divine feminine's third eye, throat chakra activations, as well as crown. And then you guys are both literally are connected at the heart, so you guys are being heavily activated right there. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm so clumsy. So, okay, beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my self-made love messages. Okay, this is for the divine masculine right now. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to put a certain number to it. I'm just going to pull whatever feels right until they tell me to stop. So the first to come out is, I dream of having pets and family with you. This will forever start, Mercury. This will forever keep coming out because you guys are definitely dreaming that into reality. You guys are manifesting this new beginning, whether it's a family, whether it's pets, whether it's moving in with one another, whether it's spending time with one another on the 5D or the 3D. It does not matter. You guys are definitely manifesting this new beginning for especially the divine masculines, for sure. So they're telling the divine feminine that they definitely dream of having that with you. Ooh. Isn't that beautiful? So this is a recognition, yes, of a twin flame connection as well. So they are waking up to what this connection means. They are going through that spiritual awakening and also knowing what divine feminine, what this connection means as well. So they're also like kind of like finding more information about this for themselves and stuff like that, because divine feminines, sometimes we divine masculines, especially as individuals, need to learn and find out for ourselves rather than someone telling us the information. It takes for someone willing to go look for it or willing to dive deep for it as well. So divine masculines, for those that are doing that, great job. Okay, physical separation. So yes, this is a twin flame in physical separation. So you guys possibly are only, this is like a 5D connection where you guys are meeting in dreams, telepathic connections as well as visions. But you guys are definitely are always in union. There's no such thing as separation as far as that goes. There's only like physical separation, like you guys are not physically together, but you guys are always in union in the spirit world. Okay. Oh, I want to give you flowers. So again, I did mention of roses and a lot of flowers. I was mentioning forget-me-nots as well. So they possibly could want you to give you like those different types of flowers, like lily flowers, forget-me-nots, roses, sunflowers, tulips, wisteria, peonies. I'm just getting a lot of different ones that are coming to mind. Carnations. Yeah. And plus you remind them of a flower. They see you as a flower, divine feminine. Divine masculines are definitely wanting to give you some smooches and kiss up on you. So they're saying, I definitely want to kiss you so badly. Aw, you make me smile. For sure. Definitely making them laugh, making them like, you know, a genuine smile, not with the mask, you know, right? They're removing the mask right now, so they're learning to crack a genuine smile, and you definitely bring that out of them. I'm so grateful you were born into this world. Divine feminines, that is so beautiful. I hope that, you know, especially since you're struggling with anxiety and this attachment, you guys are really going through it right now, okay? you guys are just going through purging and releasing moments, so don't take it too harsh and don't be so hard on yourself. But they're definitely saying, if you are feeling like, you know, you don't belong here, you don't belong in this world, they're saying that they definitely are grateful that you were born into this world. They're grateful that you were born as their twin flame, as their counterpart. They wouldn't have any other, okay? So, oh my gosh, I cherish this connection. So yes, that's a confirmation that yes, they are cherishing this connection and what it means to them. So that is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more for the Divine Feminines and go ahead and end this off pretty soon. Okay. Oop. Okay. Oh, we might have a little bit more for Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine, I want to be with you. Oh, so just, I know that you guys want to be with them for sure in the physical, but also keep on focusing on you, Divine Feminines. Keep on healing within you, because you definitely need to heal that codependency aspect within you, because you are dealing with some form of attachment, whether it be to the counterpart or whether it be to the outcome of this. You need to release and let that go, but just know that in the future that this will happen if you believe it to be so, okay? So Divine Feminine, definitely either they want to be kissed on the forehead or cheek, or they definitely want to kiss you on the forehead and cheek, Divine Masculine. So that's beautiful, and it's very sincere, very pure, and childlike. So yes, you guys are closing out karmic cycles, which is dealing with this anxiety as well as attachment, right? So you guys are definitely dealing with that and closing out certain cycles, as well as ancestral karmic cycles. So that's a great sign, okay? As well as Divine Masculines are working on that as well. I'm writing a love letter. Didn't I mention of a love letter earlier? Like I literally just said I was writing some love letters. I'll probably read it towards the end when I'm done with this, and I'll let you know what that. I wrote a love letter about a flower, about a rose. So it's so funny right now that the Divine Masculines were saying that they want to give you flowers. You are my dream girl, boy. You guys are marrying one another. Oh my goodness. Yes, so you guys are definitely meeting in the dream state, okay? So for sure. Okay. Oh, I see you as home. So definitely they see you as home, Divine Masculines as well. Like you guys are definitely home to one another. Yeah, so you are home. Divine Masculines, you definitely make them weak in the knees. I'm pretty sure you guys give them some form of anxiety as well, like overthinking for sure. So they definitely get nervous when around you. Telepathic connection. So again, yes, you guys are connecting telepathically, as well as Divine Feminines are definitely hearing their counterpart or your Divine Masculine, receiving signs from them within dreams and also within clairaudiently. You are my true north. This ties into I see you as home. So yes, you guys are the star. You guys are both stars. You guys are both home. Oh my goodness. So you guys are coming home to one another in a way. It's like integration or like union. Past life. So yes, this is a past life. This goes way back as well, especially for the twin flames. You guys are really old souls. So you guys are like ancient souls and stuff like that. So for sure, this is a past life. And I remember when I said past life regression work, you guys are definitely diving into the Akashic records and accessing certain knowledge as well. So you guys are definitely doing some past life ancestral karmic work, Divine Feminines are saying. I don't want to scare you. Oh, so Divine Feminine saying Divine Masculine, they definitely don't want to scare you or anything like that. And I know that Divine Masculines can be quite intimidated by Divine Feminines because they are quite powerful and gifted and stuff like that. But they definitely don't want to scare you with their gifts as well, because mind you, you guys kind of deal with some form of attachment to judgment or something, whether it be in a past thing. Like you guys are definitely dealing with like past hurt, whether it be within this lifetime or a past lifetime. You guys are definitely like learning to purge that out. So I feel like that pain is coming in the form of anxiety, and that needs to be transmuted into something else. Spirit is saying to Divine Feminines, so transmuting it into activity, whether it be resting, whether it be doing physical activity like movement, like exercise, or eating better, whatever it may be, doing something different that's definitely going to help clear out these karmic cycles for sure. So past life karmic cycles and everything. I love that we're ending off with this. Remember when I said there's a union of hearts? Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, yep, this is there you go. So again, union, like forming a union between one another. Integration is what I was referring to earlier. So I love this. I love this so much that this is coming. Okay, so before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and read the love notes, or the love channeled love letters or messages that I was writing beforehand, that I was talking about before. I kind of changed the scenery just a second ago because I was like trying to hurry up and set up and get this reading and everything like that. So what I wrote down was a love letter to a rose, basically, which is my favorite flower. Okay, and I have been talking about a lot of roses lately. Been getting a lot of channels of that. I fell in love with roses when my foot was pricked by her thorns. I was at my great-grandmother's house playing in her garden, and it was the day we first met. So I stopped there because I thought that that was significant, because I was like, okay, it's kind of like falling in love when you first met, but it just depends. Some people don't believe in falling in love at first meeting. Some do. It just depends on the person and the journey. But for me, it wasn't a person. It's like I fell in love with a flower when I first met the flower, which was, again, when I was young, and this was based off a true story. I was playing outside in the backyard of my grandmother's place. I remember this distinctly. And it was also really hot, and it was summertime around this time, and we were out playing in the pool, or like a big rose garden, and a bunch of rose bushes along the side of her gate, basically. And so every now and then the roses would shed its thorns onto the ground, and not knowing, you know, I would run barefoot all the time. I was a barefoot child, and I would always get my feet pricked by the thorns, and it would be bleeding. But then for some reason, like even through all the tears and I was crying and how painful it was, there's a white butterfly. It just made me fall in love with the rose even more, because it made me respect it even more. Like, wow, it's so beautiful, but I can't get so close to touch it in a way. So it's like, this is a beauty that I admire from afar. So it's like, that's when I fell in love with a rose, basically.